YouTube, did you miss me? To discuss VEDA, and you may or may not realize that the background is different. Kristen, would you like to say hello?
Oh, my butt was just in there. Sorry.
No, do you want to say hello?
They
would like to see your face, I'm sure. Come say
so
hello.
Deprived.
Come say hello. Come say hello. Hello.
Hello.
You can go sit down now. I'll tell them what's going on if you like.
Okay.
So if you follow me on Instagram, you may already know. If you don't, I will fill you in. I put up a poll early last week, late the week before, asking if we should do VEDA this year. And we got I think everybody except for one voted yes. So we would like to do VEDA. However, there's always a however in this family. We've had a critically emergent situation with Molly. Hence the different locations. So I'll tell you a little bit about it, and then I'll explain what is going to happen for us with VEDA. On last week, Molly started acting differently. She had vomited. She had lost her appetite. She was completely withdrawn, and we were concerned. We also noticed some yellowing in her eyes, so we decided to take her to the vet. The vet looked at her. When we got there, I looked at her gums. Her gums looked, I can't even describe the color. Can you?
It was a pink yellow.
Pink yellow. They were so bright. Our vet ran some blood work, which we had wanted. We wanted some liver blood work done. She did a full panel, but liver was really what we were after. And 2 of her liver enzymes were extremely elevated, and her bilirubin was through the roof. She was extremely jaundiced. And the vet said, get in the car and drive to Tufts. Now, Tufts is a hospital in college in university. I have words. In Massachusetts, and they have a medical school in western Massachusetts or middle Massachusetts, I don't know, called Cummings Hospital for Small Animals. Okay, Cummings Hospital for Small Animals. And that is where we went when we went. We had to take Max in 2 months ago. We had never been there before, but we had great results taking Max there, and nothing but good things to say about them. So we made the 3-hour drive down Wednesday evening, and she was immediately admitted, and we discussed what the next course of action was. We were advised what we pretty much already knew, that Molly is a 7-year-old Bernese Mountain Dog. And unfortunately for that breed, the number one thing you think of is cancer, tumors, correct? Also, the average lifespan of a Bernese Mountain Dog is 7 to 9 years. Might be less than that now, 5 to 7?
It's 5 to 7.
Oh, it's 7 now. Great. Molly is 7. I'm sorry that I'm coughing and that I have to keep drinking. I am still getting over a really bad cold. So they told us, they mentioned cancer. They mentioned that she could have a bacteria. They mentioned that she could have inflammation. They mentioned that she could be in acute liver failure based on her totals, her numbers. So they admitted her. They immediately started broad spectrum antibiotics. They also put her on fluids, and she was not scheduled, but we were told that in the next 3 days she would have an ultrasound. Well, we got a call the next day, and we went up there and talked to the doctor that was following her at that point, and her numbers had gotten worse, and one of the values that was normal before, a clotting factor, she was not clotting according to the machine. Thankfully, it was a machine error, and she was clotting. But because of those results, they decided they could not wait to do the ultrasound, and they did they made space for her, which was great. The ultrasound showed, what did this ultrasound show? A thickening of the gallbladder. There was wasn't there
a separate partition in the gallbladder that's not normally seen.
I don't know if you can hear her. Then she also has another partition of the gallbladder that's not. They don't know why it's there. Didn't she have fluid or something in there? Oh, inflammation. They saw inflammation. And they also saw that the liver was bright, which is an indicator of inflammation, infection, cancer. Something else is going on. So, because her bilirubin was holding very high, and she was in fact clotting, we opted to go ahead and do a gallbladder and liver biopsy. It was only under general IV sedation, so she wasn't like completely out, and it was done with a rather long needle. It was kind of like a needle biopsy, but on a massive scale, and she was tested for leptospirosis. She's being tested, which she was negative for. She was tested for an inability to process copper in the body. She was tested for bacteria. She was tested for not inflammation. She was tested for cancer. The initial cancer test came back negative. However, we were told not to read too much into that. So, they were hoping that it was like a gallbladder attack, like in a person, and that maybe, we could remove her gallbladder or treat it that way. However, the initial testing of the bile in the gallbladder proved that that is not what it was. It also came to pass that she had a urinary tract infection, but she was already on all the antibiotics for that, so because of the liver enzymes. That was Thursday. Friday we got the initial liver biopsy results, but she wasn't eating. And we live 3 hours away. So we talked to her vet that day. She did not have her liver values checked that day because liver values go up very fast but down very slowly. And she's on a myriad of medications. We talked to the vet that was following her. We said we will stay locally in a hotel with the dog if we can bring her home. What needs to happen for that to happen? Because the biopsy results are not going to be back until Monday or Tuesday. So she said, well, if you're willing to stay local and she eats, I don't see a problem with her going home. However, I'm not working this weekend. It'll be a new doctor taking over her case, and it will ultimately be up to her. So we went to visiting hours on Friday. We were not able to go on Thursday because she had the biopsy and it was too dangerous for her. We visited her on Friday. She ate for us. It was the most devastatingly heartbreaking visit I hope to ever have to go through again, because she just wasn't herself. Her eyes were so sad, and I don't know, she looked defeated. So she ate for us. We told her she needed to be strong, she needed to be brave, and she needed to eat, and then she could come with us. Well, apparently the girl listened, because on Saturday morning at about 10 o'clock we were in Petco. Oh, because I told her if she ate for the doctors, I would buy all the dog beds in Petco and bring them to the hotel, and we could have a dog bed party in the hotel. We were in Petco buying pill pockets and dog food and dog toys, and we were just about to look at the dog beds when the hospital called and said, come get your girl. So we said, screw the dog beds, she won't care. We checked out and we rushed over to the hospital, which was, 15, 20 minutes away from where we were, Kristen?
It's 20.
20? So we went and got her. She was so excited to see us. She had eaten the morning before. That's what happened. We were given a list she's on 7 medications, and We were given a list of things to watch for. And we'll get the biopsy results tomorrow or Tuesday. We spoke to the doctor today and got good feeling about her because we didn't get to speak with her yesterday. She was very kind. We needed to change something for her pain, and she did that no problem. Kristen ran up and got that medication, and because she has a rather funny gait right now when she walks, and we're concerned about that. It's one of the things we're supposed to watch for, but we really think it's because of the pain, because she has chronic tendonitis and has been on something called Rimadyl, which is like doggy Advil, right? Doggy Aleve, for several years, once a day. In the last couple months, it's gotten worse, and she's been on it twice a day, and it's supposed to be safe. But because of what has happened, she is no longer ever able to take Rimadyl again. Kind of like Kristen is no longer ever able to take Advil again. So we were kind of at a loss. So we got a new pain medication. She actually stood up on her own for the first time all day today. When we just gave her medication, she is eating what she wants, nothing else, but she's eating and she's drinking. So we're going to hope we get the results tomorrow. Depending on the pathology from the biopsy, that will determine the treatment plan and if we need to go back up and have another course of blood work done to test her liver values to see what medication and treatment would be ideal for her. At this point, we are just trying to protect the liver and if there's an infection, to kill it. At this point, we don't know what said infection might be, and we don't know how we will lower the liver values. However, yesterday morning they were slightly lower. So, and her jaundice has decreased a little bit. The jaundice, did I already say? I don't know. You may or may not know. Jaundice is their eyes go yellow, their gums go yellow. If you part their hair, I guess even their skin can be yellow. That was not the case with Molly, thankfully. But it's kind of up in the air. So I'm going to put in a little video here to show you what Molly is currently doing. This is what Molly's doing in the hotel. Oh, I thought Max was on the bed. She says, I'm just so happy. No, it's okay. I'm just so happy to be here. Maybe his new intro picture will be him on the bed. And then there's Max. Maxie! Maximilian! Maximus! Hi! Say hi, YouTube.
Woke up Molly.
Say hi to the people. Say thanks for thinking about me. Oh, because of all this, I do not know what VEDA is going to look like for us. We really enjoy doing VEDA, but if the pathology comes back as cancer, our VEDA will be over, most likely, and or not every day, but some days in April. And our main focus will be spending whatever time we can with Molly for whatever time we have. If the pathology comes back clear and we come up with a treatment plan for her and we are headed home, VEDA will carry on as it has the last 2 years. But I wanted to talk to you guys because I had put that poll out, because we didn't know any of this was going to happen when I put that poll out to you guys about if I should do it, if we should do it. Oh, do we? No. So that is the long and short of it. I hope that you guys will join us tomorrow. I have to now sit down and edit a new beginning because unfortunately for us, the old intro includes Rudy and Jasper, and I'm kind of thinking that I might just leave them in there.
Yeah, I might have to add
Yeah, maybe I'll just change the caption with them. So that is what is going on. We hope to see you tomorrow. We hope to see you tomorrow. And until next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye.